This really needs to be taken off the consent agenda.
Take this off the consent agenda.
Please remove this from the consent agenda.
Why is this item on the consent agenda?
It should have been taken off the consent agenda.
A consent agenda is a bundle of items that is voted on without discussion, as a package. St. Johns County Attorney David Miggott is leaving his position, and residents unsuccessfully ask commissioners for an explanation. Karen Johnson has our top story.
At Monday's commissioners' meeting, the board voted in favor of a mutual agreement to separate Mr. Miggott's employment as part of the consent agenda. Residents urged the item be moved to the regular agenda for discussion. They questioned the severance package and wanted to know the circumstances behind his exit.
He's going to collect $100,000 plus in severance. If he quit, he wouldn't get that money. And if you relieved him for cause, he wouldn't get that money. Why is it being done this way?
This is not transparency to the people that you work for, the taxpayers.
But he's quit. What's really going on here? When do we get answers to our questions?
Is Mr. Miggott being terminated? If so, why? If he's not being terminated, then why is there severance?
At least one commissioner has said, I am passionate about tax dollars. If that is true, shield the county from paying severance packages that seem very excessive.
The county attorney will receive 20 weeks of compensation, which are sums he would not otherwise be entitled. How much is this separation costing taxpayers?
The audience was left with more questions than answers, and the reason for his departure was not addressed. Miggott became the county attorney October 26, 2021, and the separation takes effect this Friday. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
I'm an old man, and it's not easy to change.
Saltwater Cowboys Restaurant has been a landmark in the Dondonville Road neighborhood for decades. Lee Sue purchased the property a few years ago and wants to make improvements, but it's complicated. Liz Ryan explains why.
The property sits on 3 different zoning categories. She needs to rezone it to a PUD to make changes. Neighbors are skeptical, and they came to a meeting Monday night to air their concerns.
What I'm worried about would be my neighbors on this side, the ones that have kids, the traffic going in and down.
I'm just concerned that changing zoning would bring a lot more impact to our area. I live on the street, and it's already bad enough. We don't want it to be any worse.
The environmental impact for flooding, and then obviously, what are they going to turn this into long term?
The additional impact on parking, flooding, and then future land use opportunities.
The meeting was led by land planner Karen Taylor. I asked her to clarify the changes the owner wants to make.
The things that she wants for the restaurant, some small additional decking areas, and there's an adjacent building that's been used for storage, as well as some living quarters at some point, and office space, and that is a deteriorating building that she'd like to be able to replace. The residential portion takes a single-family home that's been there for quite a while that's also in disrepair, and she is asking to change that into a triplex that would allow for 3 individual units, one being for herself. Everything else is to remain the same kind of parking, same access, restaurant times, but she just wants to be able to do that, and because of the zoning situation, she's in a grandfathered situation that doesn't allow you to do that without this rezoning.
The Board of County Commissioners will have the final say. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
Welcome to another day of Florida Severe Weather Awareness Week. And today we're going to focus on thunderstorms and tornadoes.
St. Johns County continues its focus this week on severe weather.
Florida averages more than 70 thunderstorm days per year. Emergency Management Deputy Director Kelly Wilson says if you see the sky turning gray, it's time to head inside.
When storms develop, they can produce lightning, damaging winds, and tornadoes. To protect yourself, seek shelter inside away from windows.
When seeking shelter indoors, find an interior room without windows like a bathroom or a closet with a door. Another tip, know the difference between a severe thunderstorm watch versus a warning. In a severe thunderstorm watch, the atmosphere is unstable, making it possible for storms to develop. Under a warning, though, severe weather has already been spotted on the ground or on radar, and storms are expected.
For more tips on Severe Weather Awareness Week and other weather-related items, you can follow us on St. Johns County Emergency Management on our Facebook page.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.